which I regretted in just 2 weeks' time. I couldn't do it. I felt like I was giving up. And I am in no way a quitter. I made a decision. A decision that would bring me back to the theater without any caretaking responsibilities. In my heart of hearts, I knew I wasn't meant to be married. No, Louis was a nice man, but no nice man should ever marry an actress or anyone else whose mind is always on themselves. If I were a man, I wouldn't be dumb enough to marry someone who can't walk past a mirror without looking into it. To tell you the truth, I don't believe in marriage. Why, it's just impractical to love, honor, and obey someone. If it weren't, you wouldn't have to sign a damn contract. Actors, we're an odd lot, really. It's all a facade until we're unmasked, discovered, or excluded. We're pretty tough. No, we need to be tough. We need to be abrasive. So that when those barbarians show up at our gate, and they always do, we're ready for the battle. My secret weapon of choice? 4-inch heels. That's what I wore the first day I walked onto the RKO lot, so I could tower over those vulgar mongrels. You know, even then, Selznick didn't like me. He told Pecor that I tested like a boa constrictor on a fast, whatever that means. But George fought for me, and I landed a part in my first feature film, a Bill endorsement. Oh, I will never forget my first day of filming. We shot a few scenes, and then broke for lunch. And Mr. Barrymore, that's what he insisted on being called, asked me if I would like to run lines with him. I agreed, of course. But when I opened the door to his trailer, there he was, all 250 pounds of him, completely beached on his cot, stark naked. I swear to you, in all my 31 years, I've never seen a sight more nauseating. Well, I immediately covered my eyes and screamed, "Mr. Barrymore, what are you doing?" His reply, "Foreplay, my darling." Well, I turned myself around, and just as I was about to leave, I feel this bear-like claw cupping my right buttock. That was it. I turned myself around and gave him a good hard slap in the face. I'll have you know I am a proper young woman, and if you continue to do this, I will have to stop acting. He just looked at me and said, "But my darling, I wasn't aware you had even started." We both immediately burst out laughing. And from then on, John became somewhat of a father figure to me, in a grotesque sort of way. He taught me how to turn my head just so to get my most flattering profile. He taught me how to use my key light. You know, he even taught me how to upstage other actors without their knowing. Invaluable advice. Divorcement was a huge success. And after that, I worked constantly. Not a break. I actually shot my first 5 pictures in only a year and a half's time. I even nabbed myself one of those little gold statues for Morning Glory. I was well on my way, at the top of everyone's list. But what to do next? Oh, what to do? What to do? Then it dawned on me. Go back to Broadway! Back to the theater! Your roots! Big mistake. It all started with this play. The lake. Oh, the lake was moronic in its inception. It was about this horribly stuffy society woman who was accidentally driven into a lake by her young bridegroom. He got pinned under the wheel and drowned. She escaped, became deranged, and then committed suicide. A real pick-me-up of a plot. But you think that's bad? That's not the worst part. The dialogue was horrific. Try going on stage night after night saying, "Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. The calla lilies are in bloom again. Such a suitable flower for any occasion. I carried them at my wedding day, but now I place them here in memory of someone who has died." Can you imagine? Who talks like that? Well, I bet you're all wondering why I even decided to do this play in the first place. It was a favor for a producer friend of mine who was down on his luck. Or so he said. Jed Harris. His reputation is notorious in New York. I got a telegram from my friend Helen Hayes the day before it started. She told me to walk. I should have listened to her. The first day of rehearsal, Jed fires the director and fills the position himself. For Christ's sake! I walk left, you tell me to go right. I stand, you say sit. I gesture with one hand, you want the other. You are killing my confidence. Let me try again. I was ashamed, really. You were saying something that day, but I wasn't listening to you. No, I couldn't. Instead, I was watching the sunset into the lake. I am not posing. I am not striking an attitude. I am acting. I am trying to feel the lies. I am trying to feel the character. But you are making this impossible for me. If only my heart would break. Oh, but it keeps on beating. That is the horror. Is that the line? Yes, I'm having trouble with the lines. Because the lines are preposterous. But this isn't about the play, is it? No. This is about you and me. This is about you using me. Because I'm your insurance policy. Without my name on the marquee, there wouldn't be anyone filling your seats. Oh. After what was the most excruciating rehearsal process, opening night arrives. And despite my constant prayer to God, I'm still alive. I checked myself into the Waldorf, into that of Bellevue. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. And according to the theater critics, I certainly couldn't act. Just a few of the lines. Bring a lifeboat to the lake. Better to drown than see the lake. Or, my personal favorite, be like a pebble and skip the lake. After closing night, I dragged myself back to Hollywood, licking my wounds. But every movie I did after that was a dog, a wailing hound. Jed had already smashed my confidence to smithereens. Now, Hollywood got to feed on what was left of me. Life lesson number 1. When there's uncertainty in the water, the sharks go swimming. My friends were the first to turn their backs on me. But my enemies, well, how they relished in my demise.